guys, welcome to week 6 of Comp 1. This is the second to last week that you'll get updates. And really what I'll be going over today in this video will take us through the rest of the semester. If I post a video next week, it'll be just kind of troubleshooting, some reminders for the last few days, but this is pretty much it this week. You're kind of getting everything that you need for the end of the semester. So I'm going to go over what's due when and try to answer some questions that I know you might have. But of course, if you have more questions about the assignments that I posted or anything specific, either post in the questions and concern forum or shoot me an email. Old news, the song lyrics analysis is due by Friday, July 12th at midnight. So hopefully you are finishing that up. Remember that this is very much, it is about interpretation, but it's about argument too. You're trying to convince your reader that the song, and we're looking at kind of like a poem, is about a certain thing. So if you have any kind of questions or concerns about what a literary analysis looks like, do use that section in your Little Brown Handbook. It's very helpful. And the OWL website, the Online Writing Lab at Purdue, also has a section on writing about literature. And this assignment, the song lyrics analysis, is very much just kind of dipping your toe in the shallow end of literary analysis. You're just using one source. I'm not asking you to look up anything else. This is very much a, hey, try it out, see what you can do. And with this assignment, you will want to quote the text and practice integrating quotations smoothly into your text and using in-text citation properly. So since you're just using one source, at the end of each paragraph that you quote that source, you would put either in parentheses Tool or Pearl Jam or Radiohead or Amos, and that would then correspond with your works cited page. So just keep working hard on that and get that turned in by Friday night. The other short writing assignment that I've posted for next week is about propaganda techniques and logical fallacies. This assignment is the most fun when there are big political campaigns going on, but we're not in the midst of a big election, so we're going to kind of improvise. So this short writing assignment will have 3 separate short parts. The first one is that you were to go to the website of Wendy Davis or Rick Perry. They're 2 Texas politicians. Texas legislature has been in the news a lot over the last couple of weeks, so I just kind of chose them because you might have been hearing their names. And so you'll choose one of those websites, and in a very short essay, I'm talking long paragraph, no more than a page, identify at least one propaganda technique and one logical fallacy that you find, and describe how it is that way and how that might, how they might be trying to attract voters or supporters. And the next one, the kind of part 2, is to find on YouTube, and these don't have to be brand new ads, they can be older campaign ads. Find one that is, what do I have listed first? Well, one will be pro Barack Obama and one will be anti-Barack Obama, and that can be the healthcare bill, something just kind of about the administration. And again, these ads can be from the last presidential election, that's fine. So you'll find one for and one against, and you'll do the same thing. You'll find at least one propaganda technique and one logical fallacy in each of those ads. So your finished product should be 3 pages. Each page should have, again, a long paragraph. I'm calling it a mini essay, although it might just be one paragraph. And then a works cited page at the end that has the website and then 2 entries for YouTube links that you found. Use your Little Brown Handbook to find how to cite those things. So again, kind of have fun with this, and a really really big part of this assignment is that I shouldn't be able to know who or what you support at the end of the assignment. I know that I've been talking at length this semester about argument and persuasion and doing a good job of that. This is making us kind of sit on the other side of the argument for a second. And our goal should be to be able to be critical and critically analyze things we agree with, things we don't agree with, and it's hard to do. So again, that's the goal. At the end of the essay, I shouldn't be able to tell who you support or what you support. You're just looking for propaganda techniques and logical fallacies. So that is your mission for this assignment. And have fun with it. But again, and it's a challenge oftentimes to be able to be critical of something that we agree with. And that's something that, we can talk at length about, but it's something to be aware of, because you're not just learning how to identify and write good arguments in this class. I also want you to consider criticizing bad arguments and fallacies and being able to poke holes through them. I had a student in my in-person Comp 1 class today ask, when an election season does occur and there are all of these advertisements, how do you know what to believe? And just for future reference, I pointed them to the websites politifact.com and factcheck.org. Both of those are pretty good at diagnosing lies that we hear every day on both sides of the aisle. So if you're interested in politics, and even if not, at some point in your life, you'll probably be asked to talk about things. It's really good to be able to be critical of not only the other side, but of your side as well. So this short assignment is just a practice in that. I encourage you to look at the handout, the Word document that I've included of propaganda techniques and logical fallacies. And your Little Brown Handbook has a great section that I reference on that handout as well. And I encourage you to look over that carefully and do the quiz before you do the short writing assignment, because then the terminology, the vocabulary, the definitions will all kind of be there in your head, and you'll know where to go for them and how to identify them. So that is my advice, is to do those assignments, the quiz, and look at the handout first. Okay, also posted this week is your final essay assignment. And like I've said, this is your final exam in this class. We will have a final quiz that will be posted next week, but I want you to consider this final essay the grand finale, where you show off everything you've learned this semester, from good argument to description to analysis to integrating sources and citing properly. This is where you let it all shine, basically. The crux of this final essay assignment, as you'll see, I've included a Word document of the final assignment if you'd like to open it and print it, and then it's also included in the assignment link where you'll eventually turn in your final draft. I've given you a list of nonfiction essays that we've read to choose from, and you need to develop an argument, have an original claim, an original argument, and you need to use one of those essays somehow. This doesn't mean that you're just going to restate that author's argument or agree or disagree with that author. Just some piece of your essay needs to be inspired by one of those essays that I've included. As you can imagine, there are hundreds of different directions you can go with this. And your job is going to be specific enough that you can easily research it. There's something current and newsworthy going on that you can comment on. And it's specific enough that it's 3 or 4 pages in length. You don't want to bite off more than you can chew, something that would require a 50-page research document. You want to be limited in scope. Choose something that you're interested in, but not something that you've talked to death before. because I want you to be intrigued and interested and find out some new information with this assignment. But you will be making an argument and supporting it by sources. One of your sources will be the essay. That's a required source. One of the essays that you choose from the essay assignment from Sound Ideas. And then you'll need at least 2 other sources. I'd like for you to start with our library. So go through ECC's library database to try to find good articles, good research. If you need to step beyond that, choose good unbiased news sources. If it's a local issue, local newspapers. If it's a national issue, national newspapers, websites. If you ever have a question about a source, please shoot me an email and I can help you kind of navigate and maybe give you some advice of other places to look for sources. So that's your goal with this final essay. The peer review forum, you will need to start a new discussion topic and copy and paste your essay in the peer review forum by Wednesday, July 17th at noon. You will also need to email me a copy, a Word document of your final essay, the first draft, by Wednesday, July 17th at noon. I will take that Word document and have a quick turnaround. I will, in Word, comment on it, mark it up, give you advice, make some corrections, and send it back to you. And you will take all of that to revise for your final draft, which will be turned in Wednesday, July 24th at noon. Also, that deadline of July 24th at noon, you will complete your final quiz and submit your journal. And then you'll be done. So I know this is kind of a long, painful video, but I just want you to kind of feel like you have a handle on everything that's happening over the next couple of weeks. So again, you have these 2 short writing assignments you're working on. The song lyrics analysis, which is just dipping your toe in literary analysis, which is what you'll be doing on a larger scale in Comp 2 or literature class. And then the short assignment, looking at propaganda and logical fallacies and trying to be a critical reader, a critical audience of arguments and rhetoric that we are continually bombarded with. And then the big guy, the grand finale, the final essay. Be working hard on that. And if you have questions about a topic, if you're thinking about a topic but you're not sure where to go with it, please email me or post in the questions and concerns forum. I can help, and I do my best to point you in good directions. So I think that's that. And 2 short quizzes. You have the fallacies and propaganda techniques quiz this week, and then you'll have your final quiz before the semester is over. And that's it. So keep working hard, be finishing up in the reading forum that has followed us, and let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Have a great day.